Hi everybody, so if you're watching this video, that means you have finished goal 1 and 2, and so you're ready for goal 3. And goal 3 has about 5 steps, right? We are going to figure out prove the ratio is equivalent to your scale factor. So we are going to prove that the distance of the image to the center of dilation is proportional to or the same scale factor as the distance of the preimage to the center of dilation. So once we get those two numbers, we're going to divide them. Okay. All right. Just like we did in goal 2 up here. All right. So let's go ahead and remember it's supposed to be image over preimage, image over preimage. So let's go. We are going to use the same 2 points. So I'm going to go back to the workspace that we were using for dilation, okay? And I'm actually going to scroll up, all right? And we're going to do the work to the center. Now, the center is going to be 0, 0 for all of our dilations. The center is going to be 0, 0. So we're just going to choose a point from the pre-image to the center and a point from the image to the center. It's got to be corresponding points though. So I'm going to use E and E prime. I'm going to use E and E prime. So this was goal 1 for what we did earlier, goal 1, where we proved that the lines are parallel. All right. This was goal 2, where we proved that the distance, the ratio of the distance, was equal to the scale factor. Okay. And remember, I didn't give you the answers. You need to do that yourself. And then now we're on to goal 3, where we're going to prove that the distance from the pre-image to the center and the distance from the image to the center are the same scale factor here. All right, so let's start with pre-image and image. And remember, we're going to the center. So our center is 0, 0. Okay. And we're going to use points E and E prime. So E was -6, 1.25. And E prime was -2 and 0.4167. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to find the distance. All right, so I'm going to find this distance from here to here. And I'm also going to find a distance from the center to here. And I'm going to compare those two distances. All right, so let's do that in different colors. We're going to do the distance from these 2 points and then the distance from these 2 points. And we're checking to see if it's equal to image over pre-image, if that's equal to the scale factor of 1/3. So for me, it's going to be 1/3. What number will you choose? Will you choose a simpler number? Some of you will, I'm sure, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, so distance. So for the sake of making sure I put things in the right place, I'm going to label my points. All right, distance formula is right here. And remember that you can use the Pythagorean theorem too, if that's what you prefer. All right, so I'm setting it up. All right, so -6 minus 0 and 1.25 minus 0. Just like that. You find that answer here. All right, same thing here. We're going to call this x1 and y1. All right. All right, so we're going to do -2, 0, and 0.4167 to 0. And then we're going to find that answer. So we're going to take those two answers, right? And remember, it's image to pre-image. So image goes on top. That number divided by that number, their pre-image. And we're checking to see if we get the number 1/3. Okay? And again, I'm not going to work out the answer, but that should give you a good setup. So now you take a picture of your work and you submit it with all of the work completed. Make sure it's organized and it makes sense and you have worked out the answers so you can verify what you have done. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.